I never had a dream to come to China. I got a phone call, and I was encouraged by some people that had been here before. I'm a college graduate, and my parents are worldly. I come from a worldly family, but nobody, me or anybody around me, really had any idea what China was like. It's in the States, we just don't know. What we see on the television obviously isn't true for anywhere.
There's not too many cities in the world where you can stay out till 5, 6 in the morning. Shanghai is definitely one of them. Another one I know is New York City.
It was not what I expected at all, and it was exciting. You know, it was like I was in the middle of something being built. Everybody on the band is there's like our A, what I like to call the A band, which is like Charles Foldis on the drums, Curtis Osler on the bass, Andreas Boyowski on the tenor sax, Erwin Hall on the alto sax, and myself on the trumpet. Now on the piano, in the last year, we've had 11 people come in and out of town and play. And we've had some people play for maybe like 2-3 days and they weren't really good enough. So we had to like fly in people or something like that, which I keep the quality. So right now, everybody's in town. We have a pianist for the next 6 weeks, a cat named Javier Santiago. He's really good, so now we're gonna get him acclimated to the new music. Today we got to rehearse the Peace Hotel Sextet. We're gonna rehearse some original stuff, some new arrangements. You know, we play there 5 nights a week. We've been playing there for a year. We play there. It's indefinite. I don't know when it will end. So we got to keep learning new music, keep playing new music. Otherwise, we will get bored. Is it coming out of your speaker? Nah, I ordered that. Did you get one? Is that right?
My name is Theo Croker. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Leesburg, Florida, and I came to Shanghai from New York City. I just graduated from Oberlin College and Conservatory with a major in jazz music.
Theo has a brother and 2 sisters older than him. All of them have very mainstream jobs, such as a stock market day trader and a college professor. Both of his parents have master's degrees in child psychology. Theo said he's extremely lucky that his parents never pushed him to pursue a career he's not interested in. But Theo's musical talent didn't come out of nowhere. Actually, he was first known as the grandson of the legendary jazz trumpeter Doc Cheatham. Grandpa Doc had a remarkable career as a professional trumpet player, singer, and band leader, which he managed to sustain for over 70 years. He continued playing until 2 days before his death, 11 days shy of his 92nd birthday. He was awarded a Grammy shortly after his death for Best Jazz Instrumental Soloist. Grandpa Doc has always been an idol and mentor to Theo.
Louis Armstrong would call my grandfather to play for him when he couldn't make it. So if you hired Louis Armstrong, sometimes he was double booked, sometimes he was late, too late to make it, whatever the case. He would send my grandfather to go and play for him. And, you know, my grandfather used to always tell a funny story that, you know, when Louis Armstrong would play somewhere, people for the first 4 or 5 minutes would stand up and go crazy. You couldn't even hear him. And so my grandfather would come out and play, and people would be going crazy for about maybe 30 seconds, and they realized it wasn't Louis Armstrong. You know, so that's...
But Theo certainly doesn't live in his grandfather's shadow. As young as he is, he has already released 2 albums, in 2007 and 2009, both of which were well received by jazz lovers and critics. But it wasn't a smooth ride when Theo first arrived in Shanghai in 2007. In order to make a living, he took many different jobs.
It was a confusing time. Artistically, it was confusing. Because it's not what, you know, my dream was not to play at somebody's wedding or to play in a band where I don't like the music or you know, to play in a bar every night. You know, instead of a club, but like playing a bar every night. A club is a place where people go to hear music. A bar is a place people go to drink and they have music. The kind of annoying thing about it is, working here, is that the people that hire you don't really know what they're doing.
Fortunately, Theo was always clear about his goal and never gave up. After some casual gigs in pubs and bars, he finally secured his dream spot in the Peace Hotel. This gives him the choice of playing for external events or not.
I know, honestly, there is a price, but for me to do that, my price is really, really, really high. Usually they just stay, you know. Sometimes the agents don't take no for an answer, so my price will be ridiculous, and then they'll say, oh, okay, well, I can't do that. And so you can't, you know.
Theo's suggestion to expat artists is to give careful thought to their career plans and not to compromise their art merely to make a living. After a 4-hour rehearsal, Theo went to meet his agent in the hotel's Chinese restaurant.
你好。你好，你好，你好。你好。
Mr. Xiao is Shanghainese and in his 50s. Although he frequently deals with expat artists, he doesn't speak a word of English. Theo's Chinese isn't great either, but somehow their communication is a piece of cake.
明天新的工签人 ，Australia， Australia， 他过来。3个月。对。
OK。
好。
还有一个我们新装的音响啦。
音响
这边固定好话筒。
对，话筒。对。
这个呢就要固定好有
我们话筒，对。
定好有壁咚了。
好。
也有的时候声音会
对。
那么晚上你给他们录制好。
好。
录制好，晚上给他们录制好。
OK，
明白。
明白。对。He's saying they're gonna find a place to put all the equipment, and like make a locker for me to, you know, lock my microphones in and stuff like that, so that, you know, so that people can't come in the room and play with them and stuff like that.
我们第一次见面，我们彼此感觉都挺好。我们第一次在淮海路。
对。
淮海路。
在淮海路。
哦，在和平饭店 OK， 第一次。
Oh yeah. Yeah. Craziness every time. You gotta watch him, man. He'll party you into the ground. Be careful. He may not look like it, but this guy's a non-stop party animal. Yeah. Nah, good friend. Good relationship. I've worked with a lot of agents in China, and a lot of them I won't work with again. But I'm still working with him. Everything's cool. Everything he says is what happens. You know, so he never say one thing and then
it changes, you know. Unless, you know, like from the boss it changes, but when we agree, it stays that way.
Theo said another essential for a successful artist is having a trustworthy agent.
There's no music. Where's the
Well, we were hoping you would provide it.
I'm taking a day off. We're at the Waterhouse on the Bund doing a photo shoot for City Weekend magazine where some of the staff are featuring some of their friends who are single. How come I'm still single? No, I'm recently single. Yeah. My work and habits got in the way, so now I'm just me now.
You want to show you to take out your heart like this, but more. The white color.
I'm such an off-white color.
Okay, look at me, please. Yes.
You can show how big my forehead is?
Yes.
Oh, like my heart is beating.
Yeah.
I plead for you.
Nah. That's a little sweetie, actually.
Is it? Oh.
That's a little.
Where is the love?
Hold it. Yeah.
Hold it like I'm playing?
Yeah, like no. Yeah, just yeah.
Like I'm about to play?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Get from behind that camera and come over here. Take my heart. Take it. Love me. Say you love me. Say it.
Can't be late.
I usually walk down the street though. That's cute. I like that. That's your foot out.和平饭店。
Okay. 谢谢。
It's my favorite part of work right here because it's like the anticipation. I get very excited to play every night. I know if it's gonna be a good night or a bad night depending on this part. Like the whole taxi ride to the venue, whether the cab driver knows where he's going or not, how late I am. Right now I'm okay now. 再见。I'm early.
There you go.
So Javier lost his keys, so
Yeah, no. He called me a little bit ago, like, hey man, can you bring a suit for me to the gig?
yeah.
He called me to see if he could take a shower. So, but he never made it, so we can all assume he never took one.
No, he went.
While waiting for the new pianist, Javier, the band is going over last-minute details before tonight's performance. In the meantime, at the jazz bar, another band is finishing up. They are the Peace Hotel Old Jazz Band. With musicians ranging in age from 65 to 90, they could be the world's oldest band. For over 30 years, these gentlemen have been playing every night at the Old Jazz Bar. That's approximately 11,000 performances. The band itself has become the most distinguished aspect of the Heritage Hotel. Each night, the old school style and nostalgic melodies conjure up memories of the legendary hotel's golden era. The Peace Hotel was originally called Sassoon House. It was built in 1929 by Sir Victor Sassoon of the famous family that dominated Shanghai business and real estate in the early 20th century. The building was leased as offices and also housed the Cathay Hotel, the most prestigious hotel in the Far East at the time. After the People's Republic of China was founded, the name was changed to the Peace Hotel. In 2007, the hotel closed for a 3-year renovation, and the North Building reopened in 2010 as the Fairmont Peace Hotel Shanghai. The renovation maintained the original flavor of the historic building, but added a contemporary appeal.
First, when you walk in, that first large room is pretty cool. That's when the first few times I went in there, it really struck me as something beautiful. So now it's, you know, I'm so used to it. I'm so used to it. But sometimes when I travel and I stay at nice hotels, I'm like, man, this isn't really that nice, you know, sometimes.
The jazz bar also wanted to uphold the tradition of classic jazz bands, but at the same time feature a fresh avant-garde musical style. This is where Theo Croker comes in.
And I was hanging out at the Cotton Club with Greg Smith, and I started up a conversation with 3 gentlemen next to me. One of them was a GM of the Peace Hotel, of the managing group, the Fairmont group. And I think I had sat in with the band, and when I came off, he was, you know, we had been talking before that. When I came off, he was like, you know, I'm a GM of a hotel. I'd like you to work at it. And I said, well, I don't really do hotels, and I'm not going to play in the lobby and stuff like that. And he said, no, I think you'll be quite interested in this. You know, he gave me his card and said Peace Hotel, and I knew there had been a jazz bar there or something like that, even though I had never been there. And then a couple of weeks later, I got a call, and they brought me in and they asked me what I would like, and they told me that they would like me to put together a program, and they would like me to, you know, hire musicians, and that they want music there X amount of weeks, and what would it take, and what would I need to do that for a long period of time. At that time, I was about to leave Shanghai, so that was an opportunity that I just couldn't pass up.
Now the old jazz band plays from 7 to 9 each night, and Theo's 6-piece band begins at 10 and finishes at 2 in the morning.
The first time I saw the room, there was nothing in it. There were no tables, no chairs, no pianos, anything. And they showed me the room, and I looked at it and I said, okay, this is like this is like an old school jazz club for real. And I said, okay, I can do this, you know. It didn't feel like a bar. It felt like, you know, this could be cool. And it had a vibe. The room at the Peace Hotel, it has a soul, you know. A lot of clubs here too. I feel like Cotton Club is another venue that has a soul, but the Peace Hotel, the bar, definitely has a soul to it that just screams jazz.
They played 70, 80 years ago, and we're playing the way we play now, and we're pushing it forward. We're not dumbing down our music or watering it down. We're not trying to make people like it. We're giving them the truth, and there's, you know, and the hotel stands behind us on that. Like, that's the beautiful thing about it, you know. I think that's important. You know, this is the true home of jazz in China. The bad thing about a fast city and the city that has access to everything is that your health will fail very, very quickly, mentally and physically. You know, it's just unavoidable. So you have to battle that. Right now we're in Shanghai Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, and Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays in the mornings we have a capoeira class, which like is from originated in Africa but was like developed in Brazil. It's like a kind of like a martial art.
Hey, hand above your head, hop, hop, hop.
And the capoeira and the gym and the exercise it's good for the mental health, and it makes me strong enough, my body's strong enough to be able to play every night. Playing the trumpet is very physical, and playing any instrument in a setting like that is very, very physical. It's like an athlete playing. You know, I'm just constantly breathing in and breathing out and breathing in and breathing out, and my feet have to be a certain way, and my stomach and my chest and my face and my arms, and you know, sometimes my arms are sore and my back is sore, and it's very physical. It's not. People think it's a toy. It's not. You know, it's not like that.
Theo advises expats who live in cosmopolitan cities like Shanghai to pay careful attention to their health and to find a workout that suits them. Otherwise, you can easily slide into an unhealthy lifestyle. Theo is quite a hard-working young man. Apart from daily performances at the Peace Hotel, working out at the gym, composing, recording albums, and posing for magazines, he managed to put together another larger band consisting of 12 players.
Nah, we're gonna come back in on the head.
What is that, guy?
We'll come back in on the head. 1, 2, 3. We're at the studios in the Mile Live House, Soma Studios, rehearsal space, recording studio. We're rehearsing the Afro-Sonic Orchestra for Switzerland. We're leaving for Switzerland on Tuesday and Wednesday, playing 4 gigs at the Blues to Bop Festival in Lugano, Switzerland. Afro-Sonic has been together since April 9th, 2010. The Glamour Bar was our first show. I was speaking with the manager there about doing a project, Renata, and it ended up we were going to do 5 people, then we were going to do 6 people, and I said, you know what, let's do an Afrobeat band. I've always wanted to do that. Right into the 6/8. All right, cut off. Last chorus of the trumpet solo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Theo plays in the band, composes music for it, manages performances, and organizes overseas gigs. But most of all, he works as his own agent, looking for talented players all around the world and getting them together to play. Among them are 2 Chinese artists, singer Erica Lee and trumpeter Hu Donghong.
I like them. I think they're two of the best of all the Chinese musicians I've ever known, so I'm happy to have them in my band. Like I said, Hu Dongfeng is a great trumpet player, great soloist. I'm really impressed by his playing. I really like his playing. I like trumpet players. And Erica Lee is a great singer. I work with her in all sorts of different ways. She was on my album in the States. I'm working on her next album coming out in Hong Kong.
It's his musical passion and dedication that attracts top-notch players from all 5 continents to come together and work with him.
可能有3-4年了吧。他第一次来中国的时候，我就认识他。他在那时候他在Blues and Jazz 演出，然后哇，这个小号手很有个性，然后我们就大家都把他记住了。因为他自己的音乐上的能力很强，而且他很有组织能力啊，他非常享受去做一个band leader， 然后他在工作上也很特别努力的一个人，所以我们大家都合作很愉快。
Well, I mean, he's young, but he's got a lot of experience, and he's a really strong band leader. And like I said, you know, he's got really good musicianship. He's also very super confident. So you know, it's really interesting to work with him.
Here we go.
Erwin is the only player in both bands, and he proves just how persuasive Theo can be once he spots a great player.
I had no clue about the music scene in Shanghai. I'd never known about it, and we were on a gig at a jazz festival, and he was playing with Dee Dee Bridgewater, and I was playing with Melody Gardot. And we happened to be on the same stage, and he came to the sound check and said, "Hey man, how you doing?" I said, "Wait, what's this guy? How'd you get here?" You know? And I came up to him, and we started talking because we had known each other from New York. And he said, "Well, if you ever get a chance when you come off a tour, come check me out over in Shanghai." So I said, "Okay, well, you know, if I got some time, I'll do it." And sure enough, I came off a tour, and I said, "Hey man, well, you know, is that offer still available if I come to Shanghai?" He said, "Yeah, come on through." And so October, I came down to Shanghai, and I really dug it.
I get a lot of Facebook messages and emails from all sorts of people about what is it, you know, what's going on over here and what's it like working over here.
What do you tell them?
It all depends on, you know, what I tell them all depends on what kind of mood I'm in at the time and what I'm dealing with. Sometimes it's optimistic, sometimes it's pessimistic, you know. Sometimes I don't know what other people do here. I've gotten lucky to kind of get into a niche with only doing what I want to do or like to do. So I don't know what to tell a lot of people a lot of the times other than, you know, just get on a plane and get the tourist visa and come here and see what happens. So, you know, it's strangely enough, the city has a way of kind of just giving you something right at the end to keep you for a little bit longer.